I'm Sue Fleming. I'm with the Recreation Council. It's been really nice to be able to come and address the families from St. Louis Arc, um, because we have so much information to share, and this is such a great way to do it, to be able to interact directly with the families. So thank you again. So just a little bit about the Recreation Council. We are a clearinghouse for information on leisure and recreation programs that are available year round, that are both specialized, which means programs that are just for individuals with developmental disabilities, or inclusive programs that are available to everyone in the community. We also provide funding for those programs. Before I get started on that, I do want to say that we are funded in St. Louis County by the Productive Living Board. They're very generous in allowing family to make choices through our voucher programs. And we have been around as an organization since 1983. And we've grown quite substantially, in the fact that we used to only provide information on leisure and recreation activities. And now we've gotten into really working with families directly to providing them with funding so that you can make choices in the area of the recreation programs that are best um, suited for your child in terms of their interest and support needs. So I will be talking about those voucher programs. I do want to say with all of our voucher programs, since we are funded by the Productive Living Board, is that you must live in St. Louis County to access our funds, as well as the child, of course. We only have some programs that are age restrictive. And in some of our programs, families must be working. And I'll indicate that as I, talk about those programs. But, we continue to grow those programs. There is a copay for each one of the programs. That means that's your responsibility, that's what you pay toward the program. And we have funding, and you can use as many voucher programs that actually apply to your son or daughter. There are limitations on each of the voucher programs, and again, I'll get into the specifics as we go through them. So I am going to talk, first of all, about our information and referral. Most people contact our office by phone. We do a lot of presentations. We do a lot of outreach, to case managers, to other organizations, just letting people know that we are there, what we do, and about our funding especially. I am going to start now with the funding mechanism, which is called the voucher programs. So, as I mentioned before, it allows people to make choices that are based on supports and interest. Just to kind of give you a little background about those voucher programs, it came about back in 1992, I believe. A group of family members got together and attended the Productive Living Board, had talked to me prior to that, but went to the Productive Living Board's board meeting and said, I think it's wonderful that you're providing funding to these 4 camp programs to allow our son or daughter to go to that program. However, I have a child, who goes to school, and her friends go to the Girl Scout camp. You know, could you also fund that program, or could you put in some place, something that we could make choices? So the Recreation Council put together the voucher programs, and it started with the first one, which is our overnight camp voucher. Just a little bit about that. This allows people to make choices in overnight camps. It's for both children and adults with developmental disabilities, to choose and purchase at least 1 week of camp per summer and per fiscal year. Now we run on a kind of a crazy fiscal year. We run on a October 1 through September 30th fiscal year. unlike a lot of other organizations. But we do that because, you know, the biggest program, the summer camp voucher program, runs, from June until, the end of August. So we didn't want to break that up in the middle of the summer. So our funding partners allowed us to actually change our fiscal year. So it was less confusing for the families as well as our staff. So one camp per fiscal year per summer, and you can choose any camp, residential camp that again best meets your son or daughter's interests and support needs. And we can pay up to $900 toward a camp. Okay. Again, this is residential overnight camps. We have a wonderful publication that is now available on our website. It is called our Summer Opportunities Guide. And when you go to our website at recreationcouncil.org, you will, as the page opens up in the top right-hand corner, you will see Summer Opportunities Guide. And you click on that, and it will take you to our Summer Opportunities Guide that highlights overnight camps, day camps, team programs, sports and recreation programs, a variety of different options, sports recreation, you name it, it is there. But I will tell you that some programs, have not set their dates yet, or they're waiting for the fees or whatever. And we add to that guide every Thursday. This is our Summer Opportunities Guide. This is the front cover of it. This is where you're going to look for summer programming. As you can see in the far left corner down below, it says inside this guide, the overnight camps, travel and adventure programs, day camps, park and recreation programs that have inclusion coordinators, the recreation and support or sport programs, and other programs of interest such as, team programs and such. And then we also have information on the accessible playground areas in the St. Louis County, and St. Charles County areas. So that's just the front cover of it, so you know what to look for. In addition to, the Summer Opportunities Guide, we also send out an email blast on Thursdays highlighting some of the upcoming programs that are coming up, not necessarily summer, but other times as well. So, it's always great to go back and check our website as often as possible to get new information. Going back to the camp voucher. So with the camp voucher and with all of our programs, we pay for the program cost after the individual has actually attended the program. Okay. So when we send out an approval for the voucher, if you're eligible, we send the voucher to not only you, but also to the recreation provider. They complete the application or the approval form, send it back to us for reimbursement. At that time, it indicates whether we reimburse you as a family or we reimburse the program. Now, we have a lot of relationships with, different providers in terms of our voucher programs. And, they're very familiar with what we do, and that once they receive that voucher, it means that it's almost like money to them. So your child must go to at least 75% of the program in order to be reimbursed. Okay. Again, these are taxpayer funds that we, are responsible for, and we're very careful in how we spend those monies. So we've had campers, for example, that go to camp and for whatever reason may not make it all the way through. Let's say they went to half of the program. Now we will prorate that, but then you're going to, if they're going to charge you for that full week, you will be responsible for the other 50%. Now, let's say a camp costs $600, okay, and their deposit is $100. You're going to pay the camp deposit, and that is actually your copay that you make directly to the camp. After again, the camper goes to camp, they send back that approval form that's completed, tells us who we need to send the payment to, either the program or to the family. and we reimburse them $500. So you kind of get the idea on how that works. So where are our applications for all of these voucher programs that I'm speaking of? If you go to our website at recreationcouncil.org, real easy, you go to the first page up in the top right-hand corner, there's the word applications. You're going to click on the applications and you're going to go down to the county in which you live. We also provide services in St. Louis City and St. Charles County, in addition to St. Louis County. So you will go to St. Louis County, scroll down to the voucher program that you want to apply for, and there will be an application that you need to complete. Okay, on the first page, it gives us a lot of logistical information. Your child's name, address, their developmental disability, and so on. You have to sign a little waiver and things like that. On the second page is where you actually complete the application for a voucher program. Okay, so there's just one section. What we look for is we look for the actual camp name, we look for the address, we look for a contact person there, their email, phone number, and then you also need to provide the camp name, the dates that your child will be going to the program, and also the actual cost of the program. Again, your camp deposit is your copay, unless, of course, there is no camp deposit. In that case, we do a 10% of the actual cost of camp that we pay. 10% is your copay. Okay, I hope that's not too confusing, but the overnight camp voucher again is for all ages. We've had kids start at age 5 and go all the way up to 91, so there are programs out there for both kids and adults. We've had people use the camp voucher program to even go to camps outside of the state of Missouri. So, sky's the limit. We can help you. The American Camping Association has a really good guide too. They have, camps broken down by states or specific, like if you say disability or individuals with developmental disabilities, you could pull up camps, based on that. So it's a good guide, and I know that I have that information in this presentation. You'll see a little bit later here. Let me go on to the next voucher program, which is our CARE. The acronym stands for uh, Community Access Recreation Experiences. And this allows individuals, again, of all ages, to actually choose a program that's out in the community. Or, for example, I know St. Louis Arc has a lot of programs such as cooking classes, bowling, whatever. We actually help you pay your participant cost. Okay. Again, we pay 10, you're responsible for 10% of the actual cost, and we can pay the other up to $350 per fiscal year. So the bowling program, let's say, costs $90. Your co-pay is going to be $9, and we will write the voucher out for $81. Again, all co-pays are made to the recreation program that you choose. We have people use them for day camps at your local park and recreation programs, at your YMCA's, Jewish Community Center, some of the recreation and sports programs. Again, sky's the limit. If you have any questions, again, I know this can be very confusing because there are a lot of vouchers here and a lot of requirements, but, don't ever hesitate to give our staff a call to find out about those voucher programs and how we can assist you in applying for those programs. So the CARE, again, it's an application. Again, when you go to our website, click on applications. The second page of the application, I think it's section B for the CARE, and you complete that, provides all the information, and we will approve you, hopefully. The only reason that we would not approve you is that if we've run out of monies in those programs, the voucher programs, or they're not eligible. And eligibility is always confirmed with like a DMH, regional center service coordinator, or a physician, or so on. But all that information is in the application itself. So weekend adventures. Now, voucher program allows individuals ages 18 years and up access to funding so that they can go on adventure type program. Some of the adventure programs that people take advantage of would be like through Trout Lodge. They're having a weekend horseback riding camp, or, just a fishing or whatever it might be, or through St. Louis Arc. Arc Escapes is a very popular program. Those are overnight trips, weekend trips. Sunny Hill Adventures. They have what's called On the Road Adventures. Again, these are programs for individuals 18 years and older. And the adventure voucher pays up to $720 per fiscal year. Again, October 1 through September 30th. And you can apply for as many programs as you wish, but our limit is $720 per fiscal year. The next one is our personal care for inclusive recreation supports. Again, this is all ages. And the reason we put this voucher in place is because when the Americans with Disabilities Act was passed, it opened the doors for a lot of people to access recreation programs. However, some individuals, because of their personal care assistant needs, were not being served through some of those community-based recreation programs because they were not mandated by law to provide personal care assistance. So this program does. You choose a recreation provider to go with, I'm sorry, not a recreation provider, but a support person to go with your son or daughter to that program to assist with dressing, feeding, changing clothes. For example, like day camps, a lot of people have to, excuse me, change in and out of swimwear. They may be there for lunch a long period of time, so they may need somebody to assist them with, eating, using the restroom. Those are all requirements not mandated by law in which people have when they go to recreation programs. So this money, again, because it's personal care, we want to make sure you choose somebody you feel comfortable with to provide that service. So we have a reimbursement on that as $9 an hour, knowing that your copay is going to be higher than that, but you negotiate that fee with the recreation support provider you choose. The next one is our extended day voucher program. This is for working families during the school year that have children ages 13 and older, up to age 21 if they're attending school still. Most programs end at after school programs end at age 12. So this program was put in place, to address the after school needs. Now you can hire somebody to go with your son or daughter to out into the community to do recreation things. You can use that person to come in and provide support at home. So we're pretty flexible with how those monies can be used. But again, it's to make sure that individuals ages 13 to 21 have opportunities to get the support they need while their mother or father or both are working. Going back up to the new summer voucher program. This program is for ages 13 to 21 in St. Louis County only. This is what used to be considered the United Cerebral Palsy Summer Voucher Program. We are now maintaining that program at the Recreation Council. This program works. This is a new program for us, but it works that for individuals 13 to 20 that, during the summer months, the end of May, June, July, and August, if they need somebody to come in and support them at their home, or to take them out to the community or engage in a recreation program. We can pay up to $500, but we will only pay half of the cost of the program. Again, this is a new program. You can find it in our website at recreationcouncil.org. It's called the Summer Voucher Program. All of the information is in there. And, we've had a lot of questions about financial eligibility. All of our voucher programs are not based on your financial ability to pay for programs. It's open to all individuals. All of our programs are based on first come, first serve. And, if there's any assistance that you need, please let us know. Again, we are looking for individuals that have developmental disabilities and live in St. Louis County. But most of our programs are very similar in terms of the voucher programs that we provide, with the exception of the new summer voucher program and the extended day voucher program. So, but the other, the adventures, the overnight, the care, personal care, all of that is available in our other counties as well. So this is a flyer of ours, and this is a nice flyer to have, and the fact that you can just go in and scan the barcode there, and it will take you directly to our website. Numbers down below are actually our voucher coordinators in each one of the counties that we serve. So their phone numbers are there. And then again, we have the Recreation Council's website. The tips on finding a recreation summer program right for you is actually the next slide. I like to give this information to families as they start thinking about recreation programs for their sons and daughters. This actually helps you think about things to ask for when you contact the recreation providers. Things that you may not think of in terms of what type of clothing do they need to wear or need to bring, to go to camps, or what kind of experience does the executive director and are the staff trained, in the area of disability so that they can accommodate my son or daughter. So this is just kind of things that you might think of, but your child, is very unique, so in addition to these questions, you may ask also questions that are very specific to your son or daughter. If they have behaviors, you may even say, how do you accommodate individuals that may have some challenging behaviors? Do you provide a one-to-one support? So just things to think of when you contact programs. I will tell you, now is the time to start thinking about summer recreation programs and start applying, because programs fill very, very quickly for summer. We did not run out of funding last year, which I'm hoping we don't, but if you're looking at funding, please, please give us a call soon and enroll in some of our voucher programs. Again, you can enroll in more than one voucher program, if they apply to you. And, there's 4 of them that work for you. Apply for all 4. It's not based on, again, financial need. But this is information on how you contact the Recreation Council. Peggy Welker is our St. Louis County coordinator. She takes care of all the voucher programs with the exception of the new summer voucher program and the care voucher program. I am actually in charge of those 2 programs. Mindy Davis is our St. Louis City coordinator. Carol Callahan is our St. Charles County coordinator. And they're there to assist you in any way possible, to make sure that you get enrolled in these voucher programs, to find recreation programs, again, that best meet your interests and support needs. So please never hesitate to give us a call, and we'll be happy to assist you.